Day 8, Mind and Body Renewal with Take Back the Table. Day 8, the Path to Righteousness. As we continue this journey, remember that battling against illnesses, whether physical or mental, is not just about understanding what's happening with the body. It's also about aligning with God's healing power. Now, maybe you're not a believer yet, but it is true. Healing in both your mind and your body is an act of faith, and God has a plan for your restoration. Just like when you flip on a switch, you have faith that a light is going to come on, right? Well, you just need to tap into that power of God. If you've really been following the prompts of this program, then you've probably started to feel that hope that all is not lost and you can make changes and that you're not a victim to the circumstances around you. You may not have it all figured out, but you're doing something to take back your life and take back your table. And that's exciting. In the same way that physical diseases don't heal overnight, our mental and emotional restoration requires time and effort. And as we begin to manage these toxic thoughts, we're also taking back control over our health, including our physical ailments like our digestive disease. Now, the biblical foundation of empowerment is extensive. The Bible talks a lot about it. God calls us to act in faith and take control of our resources that He provides. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. Now, this verse reinforces the empowerment through Christ that He gives us the strength to do what we need to recover from mental and physical ailments, including our digestive disease that we are currently facing. By using these steps to transform your thinking, you're cooperating with God's healing power. And as we manage our toxic thoughts, we also begin to see physical healing. And that's not a coincidence. Our mind and our bodies are intricately connected, and we need both of them to heal to feel the full effects. Centering exercise, finding your bench. Imagine sitting on a bench in the best place that you can imagine. Think about all the details. Who's there with you? What does the weather feel like? Tap into all 5 of your senses. What does the air taste like? What's in front of you? What's underneath you? Why does this place mean something to you? Have you ever been here before? Does it convey any messages to you as you design and think about it? Ultimately, this is a visionary exercise to provide hope, safety, and control over where you want your peace to draw you to. For me, it's on a porch in Montana where the air is crisp yet warm, and the sun is shining on my face. The birds fly across my path at various heights and speeds. The wood paneling becomes one with my bare feet, and an old wooden bench swings. And it has stories embedded in its wood from being there for so many years. Far off in the distance, there's a reassurance of a beautiful, life-giving body of water. And it's rivaled only by the magnificence and the magnitude of a snowy-topped mountain. This is where my beginning unfolds, where the junk of the world ceases and my peace begins. What's your place? Now, if you don't have a good imagination, why not borrow one from a scene that's built in the Bible? He lets me lie down in greener pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He renews my soul. He leads me along the path of righteousness for His name's sake. Psalms 23, verse 2 and 3. Sit there and think about that. That's a great scene. Now close your eyes and with steady breathing, live in this place that you've built in your mind for a few minutes. Can you see this place 5, 10, 15 years from now? What did it look like on day 1? Do any thoughts come to mind? Sometimes it's when we're at our most still that our subconscious wants to reveal things to us. Now open your eyes and make note of anything that is presenting itself to you. Step 1, be still. Today, take note that you just built something from nothing in your mind, as long as you didn't borrow that scene from the Bible. Now, I bet it feels good to have control over that thought, rather than being controlled by the circumstances of the world around you. Take a moment and reflect on how God is helping you step by step regain control over your mind and your body. Now, take a moment and write a short letter or an email to yourself that you can look back on a year from now, telling yourself of the progress that you've acquired from this process, and then encourage yourself with the hope of continued or maintained healing. Oh yeah, and don't forget to set an alarm or a calendar update 1 year from now so that you can open that letter and see what progress you've made since today. Step 2, the breakdown. Reflect on how the power is shifting between you and your toxic thoughts. Are you beginning to feel empowered? What does this change start to look like? Write down what you notice. If you're feeling empowered, give thanks for it. If you don't, that's okay. Ask for strength and wisdom to keep going. Cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. Step 3, renewal. Here, we begin to see life's challenges as potential opportunities for growth and overcoming. James 1, verse 2 through 4 says, "Consider it great joy, my brothers, whenever you experience various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance. But endurance must do its complete work, so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing." Now, if you've never read James, I suggest getting in it. It's full of wisdom. Step 4, go. I want you to write this simple statement. With God's help, I'm able to see the renewed me begin to rise, stand firm, and grow in resilience. Or, I am able to see the renewed me begin to rise, stand firm, and grow in resilience. And then remember to set your timers to go off every hour for 7 or 8 hours. Food action step, week number 2. Continue using that daily logging template. By now, you should have had some insight into what foods might be triggering you, but if not, keep logging for another week. It's my experience that most people eat the same things over and over, but occasionally you'll have started on a weird week, or maybe you're traveling or extenuating circumstances, and a 2-week window will help to give you a much broader range of the items that you typically eat or drink or are causing problems. For today, I want you to focus eliminating those triggers that you have found and seek alternatives like changing dairy for non-dairy, or for corn and soy, trade for grain-free options. As a bonus today, start adding in some supplements to help you with your recovery. Now, I'd talk to a nutritionist or your doctor before doing this, but my top 3 for everyone with digestive diseases are L-glutamine, fish oil, and turmeric. And for spices, I would suggest cinnamon, ginger, or garlic. Fitness action step. Let's give a little more structure to your day. What I want you to do is schedule out your day how you would ideally have it flow, given the fact that you are healthy and you're able to do so. You can use that 3-day jumpstart guide that I emailed you as a starting point, and then you can plan it out exactly how you want it to go. Failing to plan is planning to fail. So since you're taking back your table and you're taking back your life, you might as well give structure to the changes that you want to happen. So think about things like, what time am I going to work out? What days of the week? For how long? What types of muscles or resistance am I going to employ? Why do I want to do this? If you don't have a why, that's your first priority, because there's only 2 reasons we do things, out of fear or love. So figure out what your why is. And then tomorrow, we'll work on some SMART goals. Reminders for the day. Today, you carved a new path. You found your bench, and you've begun to take back control. You're directing with the simple yet powerful use of your mind where you want this to go. So week 2, I want you to continue using that food logging template. I want you to set your timers on your phone to go off, and put in the label, with God's help, I am able to see the renewed me beginning to rise, stand firm, and grow in resilience. And then eliminate trigger foods, find alternatives, and consider those supplements, and then set your ideal schedule. And then go have a great rest of the day. And I'll see you tomorrow on day 9.